Hi friends, it's Lauren Taylor. Thanks for tuning in my craft room today for the Simon Says Stamp Wintermas Wonderbox day number 4 live that I had in my Facebook group. Again, you can find a link to the group down below. Now, this is a live replay, so the quality is not, super the best, but definitely better than day 3. I think because I was the only one home at the time of recording, so the only one using the internet. But thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy today's process for day number 4. Hey friends, it's day 4 of the Wintermas Wonderbox. I'm again having to go a little bit earlier than I would like today, but that's just due to some evening plans. Abigail and I are going to go see Christmas Carol this evening with some friends of ours, so I'm really excited. We're going to have a fun evening, very Christmas centered, which is exciting. So I still wanted to make some time today to open up day 4, which I'm also hoping my quality is better today. It's just me at home right now on my lunch break. So hopefully my quality is much better today. But a little recap: day 1, Winter Wonderland stamp set. Day 2, a little 3x3 tree and snowfall stencil. 1, 2, 3, a mini silver ink pad, which was really fun to play with. So let's take a look at what day number 4 is going to bring us. Oh, this one I'm really ripping. Oh, it's a die today. A cozy winter border die. Oh, it's a sweet little like house scene. And it does have like a very prominent border on here that I think would be cute. You could glue this behind something or just make it a border on your card. So let's do some die cutting and see what we can make with it along with our other supplies so far. I just cleaned out all my scraps. I tossed, I know, so sad, well, recycle binned quite a lot of different scrap pieces. I just am realizing that I tend to grab my scrapbook.com paper pads when it comes to backgrounds and cardstock, or I ink blend a lot. So I went through and really cleaned out my paper last night. I stayed up way too late, but my craft room is like organized again and it feels very nice. So I'm thinking, I wonder if I could do my snowfall background, and I'll do some white paste on a dark colored background and maybe die cut these out of like sparkly white cardstock to make like a silhouette. I think that'd be really pretty. So let's try that. We can do another sentiment with our silver. So we'll see how this idea plays out that I have in my head. So I'm going to grab some dark, I've been doing lots of blue and teal. Maybe teal would be pretty. I'm going to try to find like a dark teal color in my stash. I guess I should have waited to clean out my scraps until I was done with my series, but okay, so here's the jewel tones. I think that's a really pretty teal. Let's do this color. I only have it in a slimline. Maybe we'll make a mini slimline cardigan. Have really moved away from doing slimline cards, but I do love a mini slimline card, and PopsicleSticks, which I know some of you have seen me use, makes a really great size. So I'm going to use those dies for sizing my slimline. Yeah, let me grab those. So here are my popsicle stick dies. Let's do a 3 1/4 by 6 1/4 size. And I think my snowfall will fit nicely in between the stitch details. And yes, this will fit too. Maybe I should do a 3. I kind of want to do like a snowy slope. Maybe, okay, never mind. I'm changing my mind. We're going to do 3 by 6 again. And that way my background border die here will just fit perfectly along the width. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay, so let me die cut this, and then we'll stencil. So I have a Sizzix Big Shot, so it does get a little loud, so I apologize now. I'm gonna run this through. Oof, I need to clean my clear plate. Okay. And then let's do our snowfall. Line this up. Maybe I should, instead of paste, I'll pounce on the silver. I don't know how that will look, but let's try it. Lining my stencil up to the top. I'm going to use my magnet. My glass board is a magnetic board. So I'm going to hold that in place, and I'm going to grab a pouncer or a foam top. So I have my handle. I'm grabbing a clean applicator because I don't have one for silver. And I'm just gonna like pounce it onto the background through the stencil. I kind of do like a pounce and twist. Let's see how that looks. It's a little faint. I feel like white might be better, but I've started, so I'm gonna commit to this. Maybe I'll do some white stencil paste over it, or like Cloud Whip or something. I mean, it's fine, but I want it to look more white than silver. But I am trying to just use supplies given in the kit as much as possible. Okay, let's see. I mean, that's not bad. It's just not what I want. So let's spray this and clean it. And what I'll do is I will maybe not line it up perfectly, so it will have like a bit of a silvery shadow to it. And then make sure I use my tape so I don't get stencil paste everywhere. Okay, let's try this. Let me figure out, do I want to do Cloud Whip? I kind of would rather do, let's just do Pearl White Stencil Butter. Let me get my palette knife. So this one is, I know, not Simon Hurley's, but it's the Crafters Workshop. I was gifted a box of amazing stencil pastes. Oh, it's been a while now. Has it been a year? I don't even remember. So I know that I tend to grab lunar paste the most, but I do have some colors that kind of like fill in the gaps within my stencil butters from the Crafters Workshop. So it works out nicely to have a lot of both. I love stencil paste. Okay, let's see how this looks. Pull up my paper first. And then pull my stencil back. Well, you can't see the silver. I must have lined it up a little too close and not as drop shadowy as I thought I would, but I do like this so much better. Okay, so I'll set this aside to dry and let me clean up my mess. It's about time for me to wash this microfiber cloth. I have like a big pack of them, so I just grab a clean one and get this in the wash, but it's very blue. Just gonna wipe this clean. Okay. Palette knife. Okay, so now let's do our die cutting. I'm trying to think if maybe I'll do a partial die cut, like try not to die cut this line. Let me see, let me think. Let me get some sparkle cardstock out. I've got some little bit of scrap left here in this package. I've already bought more. I use this sparkle cardstock from Lawn Fawn all the time. So it looks like my width could possibly make it as long as I die cut here. Let me see. I think I could swing that. Okay, so if I cut it here, get some more tape. I've got an old piece. It's really hard to stick to sparkle cardstock. But let's grab our magic mat, and I'm going to place this onto the background. And when I place my clear plate, I'm not going to cover the die. I want to stop. Let me see if I can bring this up. I want to stop, you know, before the bottom of the die, so it only cuts up to the part that I want, and it will stay one big piece. Let's see if I can get this to do what I want. So I'm going to run it through my Sizzix Big Shot again. Okay, so I'm going to pull this off. And it looks like I may need to just trim a little bit, but that's okay. Find my scissors. Just going to trim to the edge here. Same on this side. Now let's see if I can pop this border out. Looks like I might need to grab my little scissors and trim this one area that didn't quite, oh, that one's okay. There we go. And I'm gonna punch my building out. So now that I did the partial die cut, I'm gonna try and get my cut. I'm going to use the grid to make sure the ground is as straight as possible. And I'm going to trim. Now I know I'm being super stingy with my glitter cardstock, but it's glitter cardstock. Okay, do it this way too. I'm going to use the 3" here and then one of my grid lines to make sure my ground is straight. Okay. So now I can glue this down and then I can trim off the bottom. Kind of want to pop it up though. So I have foam squares and foam strips. So I'm going to use my strips to try to get over my chair. Get my strips to be on these like smaller pieces. This is the part I usually edit out of my videos, so bear with me. Making sure I don't see my foam on the other side as best I can. And, because I'm doing these live and trying to think quick on my feet for a live, because I don't know what the product is until I open the box. My goal is to keep these cards a little more, I guess, on the simple side. I don't think anything we do is simple, but not a lot of steps. I want quick and easy ideas for these products that are in the Advent. I mean, obviously, I do want to maybe do like one nice fancy card using everything. We'll see how it goes and how time allows, because by the time I finish opening up the boxes for the whole 12 days, it will be coming up on Christmas Eve weekend. So see if I can get, depending on like everything that comes in the boxes, if I can have time to make a card with everything. I guess I should be figuring out. Let's do one about here. So I'm putting my foam squares on the bottom of this side because I need to trim off the excess of my glitter paper. So I don't know like where the bottom of my foam will be, or bottom of my background to put the foam. So I put the foam on this side since that is going to be the bottom. Peeling off all of the release paper now. And I don't think this is dry yet. Oh, it's getting there. Okay, now stand up again. So I need to be careful I don't smudge anything. And then I'm going to add this so the edges line up. I guess I should make this straight and be helpful for myself. I'm going to go, I think, there. Looks pretty good. Very sparkly. And I'm going to grab my large scissors now. And I'm just going to trim following the edge of the teal cardstock. And there's our very sparkly background for the card. Make sure my trees are attached. I like it. I like it a lot. So I've used the stencil from day 2. I did try to use the ink pad from day 3, but that didn't turn out well. But maybe we could do like a sentiment. I kind of like the Walking in a Winter Wonderland again, like our other card we made for day 2. But I think I might want to do like another hill or something on the bottom instead of like fussy cutting around my sentiments. Let me grab, wonder if I can find a lighter teal blue color that I think will complement the teal that I can stamp on. Let's bring back my jewel tone paper pad. I think there was a darker blue in here. So I used the teal, and then there's like this nice dark blue color. I could do that one. Let's see, what about a lighter blue? I've got, this is like practically empty. It's a little too bright. But I do have it in the same cools in a Slimline. I'm thinking about like, I don't know, I feel like this actually looks pretty good with the teal. But I don't like it next to the dark blue. So I'm thinking of doing like 2 hills. Just for a little extra contrast. I think those look okay with the teal. We're gonna do it. So for the hills I want to make, let's use, thinking of what's in my stash. I think I have I go for these a lot, my Lawn Fawn ones, because they're right next to me. I need to cut this off. Maybe do like a light blue and then a little bit more shallow of a dark blue just so it peeks out. Or maybe I can do I also have these. It's a Slimline one. I think I'll do these. Let's do the larger. I just want there to be like a little bit of a contrast in the hills of snow, I guess. Kind of like that. Okay, we're gonna do that. So let me get my die cutting set up again. And I want to do light blue for the background because I want to stamp on my dark blue, my sentiment, because I think the silver ink just looks so nice on the dark blue. I think this will fit. Yes. Okay. Oh, good. Sometimes I do it upside down and my stitching is like not on the side that I want. And then we'll do the dark blue. How did I have it? Maybe like that. Okay. Run this one through. Ooh, moved. Okay, so then these hills will kind of stack together. Oh, that's a little bit deeper than I was thinking, but that's okay. Maybe I'll bring this up like that. Okay, so I want them about there, so I'm just gonna like guess cut with my scissors and then I'll trim off the excess. So now I'm gonna use liquid glue because gluing onto sparkle cardstock is difficult sometimes. So gonna go past where I know it will be glued on, but that's okay because I'm gonna trim it off. And I'll start with my light blue right there. And then while that's drying, let me grab a block just to add some pressure. And then I should stamp my sentiment before I glue it on. So I'm gonna grab Walking in a Winter Wonderland, and I'm gonna center it close to my hill. Let me see, that's gonna be where I wanna cut it. So the bottom of my card is here, the top of my finger. This is my guesstimating when I craft. Sometimes I guesstimate. Okay, so now let's grab the Misty. I'm gonna grab my mini one. And my side cuts are straighter than my bottom cuts. So I'm gonna use my side to line up here. And try to get this centered. It doesn't have to be super centered. I guess I want to be more straight than centered because I can trim it, you know, because this is wider than my card base. So now let's grab the silver. Looks nice. I'm gonna do it again. The bottom is a little less than the top, so just stamp twice. Nice thing about having a Misty. Okay. So there's my pretty sentiment, silver on the blue, and I'm gonna trim this down now that it should be drier. Again, just following the edge of the card base. Oops, I should probably cover my ink pad because there's glue on these pieces and I don't want glue to fall on the ink pad. Okay, so there's Snow Bank 1 and Bank 2. Let me line this up so I have an idea. So the bottom of my card is this, like 2 inches from the bottom. I think that would look nice. I think showing a little bit more is fine. So then again, very similar to last time, I'm gonna put glue further out than I know that I need because I'm just gonna trim it off anyway. And my goal is to try to get my sentiment straight and centered as best as possible. Again, my guesstimation crafting, it's fine, handmade. All right, so let that dry. Let me pick up a tiny bit. Again, these are all things that I edit out of my videos, but I'm running out of space here because I'm a messy crafter. Make sure I top my glue because I tend to let it sit too long without the pin. Okay, now while that's still drying, I'm going to cut my card base. So this is 3 by 6 right now, but I'm going to do, I want a white border, so I'm going to cut this to 6 1/4 by maybe. Sometimes I have a real problem with this thing. There we go. 6 1/4 by 6 1/2. So 6 1/4 by 6.5, and then squish this down to 3.25, and I'll go ahead and score it. So now I will have a border around. Okay, this should be pretty much dry now. So again, we'll grab the big scissors. I'm gonna trim this off and hope that my sentiment is centered. One more side here. Oh, I smeared it a teensy tiny bit, but that's okay. It's an interesting color combination, but I like it. Increase my card a little sturdier. And this appears to be dry. Yes, okay. So I can add my adhesive to the back. I'm trying not to press too hard though, so I don't squish any of my snowflakes that I stenciled on. Okay, a few across. All right, and then we'll glue this onto our card base. I think that looks pretty good. I like it. So the day for, gotta find it, is our new die. It's a cute little border die. I had to make sure I went past the border after all that work of partial die cutting. I think it looks cute. I love this like silhouette scene you can make. If I could change anything, I'd probably change my color combination, but you know what? We're crafting on the fly, and I think it turned out really nice. Very quick Christmas card. I hope you enjoyed day 4, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 5. It will be a little earlier because I have another commitment with Abigail for Girl Scouts tomorrow evening, and I have a busy day at work, so I'm taking my lunch break early tomorrow so we can craft a little earlier. But yes, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Bye! Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll click like, and if you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. As always, you can find everything I use down below in the description box. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye!